You cannot trade Nasdaq or US 30 without understanding the simple fundamental analysis that actually moves these markets. What is up, beautiful traders? How you guys doing? I am doing absolutely lovely, and you know that I am back with a little video for you guys. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how you can improve your edge by understanding the basics of fundamental analysis over technical analysis, especially when it comes to trading Nasdaq and US 30. You know what I'm saying? But if you're new to the channel, welcome. We trade Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You know what's up. Don't forget to hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Why? Because when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a lit giveaway. I'm going to be finding 10 different accounts, and I'm going to be giving 10 different people free mentorship. So you don't want to miss that. You always want to be liking, sharing, and subscribed. I'm going to be picking the most consistent members of this channel and just rewarding them with that good giveaway that I'm doing when we hit 10,000 subscribers. So right now we're going to go straight into the chart, and then I'm going to analyze for you guys, and then I'm going to take the trades live with you guys. I'm going to even give the signal with my group, and then you guys are going to see everything playing out. Let's see how much we can make today. I'm going to teach you how fundamental analysis is just as important as technical analysis when you are trading US stocks. So what is technical analysis? In simple terms, just focuses on price movements and trading volume of the current pair, which is US 30 or Nasdaq in this particular case. So here, this is where you see traders using charts, trends, indicators and chart patterns, support and resistance to trade, right? And the underlying assumption here is just that past price movements can influence the future, right? So that is basically what technical analysis is all about. But now fundamental analysis, which is actually what moves the chart, right? It now focuses on the economic, political data, the social factors, global news, and the average economic, data of a particular country, right? So in this case, you're literally just able to predict the future according to, I know it's no longer common sense in this case, but then if you're seeing that a certain country's economy is not playing out well, you obviously know that the currency value is not going to be increasing, right? You know what I'm saying? So here you can actually predict the future using fundamental analysis, right? So in simple terms, we're just saying technical analysis is looking at how many cookies were sold yesterday, which is like price movements, right? And if there were any leftover cookies, right, which is now the volume, and you actually guess if there will be a lot more cookies sold today if yesterday was a sellout, right? So that is now the trend. Whereas fundamental analysis, now we are looking if there is a sale at a particular, let's say, school bakery, right? If they have a good sale. So that's the economic data, right? And then maybe it's going to rain, after school. And that is now the news release and all those events. And then these things might affect how many cookies are going to be sold out, even though we have a sale, right? So in the end, you might want to look at both things before deciding what you want to do. Are there more cookies being sold than usual, which is now the technical part? And is there a reason for them to sell even more today, which is now the fundamental part? I think that's really in simple terms, that's the best I can put it in simple terms. You know what I'm saying? So here are some reasons why understanding the US economy, which is the fundamental analysis, is better than just looking at price action, which is the technical analysis alone, right? First of all, you're looking at the bigger picture, right? You're focusing on the whole economy of the US. You understand what is moving the whole chart. Secondly, you're ignoring the noise on this time frames. When you go on, trend lines alone, you're ignoring those selling opportunities if you're on an uptrend and those buying opportunities if you're on a downtrend. That's all noise if you know the overall fundamental analysis of how the economy is performing. And then in this case, we now have what company news they cover for each other. So if one company in the US, like US 30, that's 30 companies put together to make US 30, right? US 100, that's 100 companies in the US put together. So good news for one company will cover out the bad news for the other company, right? And then it will all just move in the direction of what we analyzed on the bigger time frame. Here is the catch, right? You don't just want to open your chart and then you're like, okay, I know the overall movement of the chart. I'm going to now trade the fundamental analysis. No, you have to actually understand when all these things are happening, when they have news releases, when the economic data is being released, right? When all these companies are having all their stocks, fluctuations, all of those things you have to understand, right? That's why we now have investing.com. And that's why you always see whenever I do a weekly analysis, I'm always going to start by going on my investing.com, right? So in this case, I'm saying if you want to trade Nasdaq or US 30, right, you want to go and trade the session where these charts actually move a little bit faster, a little bit more. You understand? And that is going to be the New York session, right? You can't trade the Asian session because that is when, Japanese yen, that's in Asia. That's when all of those are moving. You want to trade the particular session where this chart is going to be moving because there's going to be a high volume, high liquidity, right? High volatility of the chart. There are going to be a lot of news releases in that particular moment, right? And then we obviously know that the New York session, it overlaps with the London session. So it's going to be even more, volatile. And then also the institutional activity factor, right? A lot of institutions in the US are actually going to be active at that particular moment in time, right? So this is why I'm actually recording this video at this particular time, because right now we're currently in the New York session, and then I'm going to be looking for volatility right now in the market. I know the market is going to be moving. I just want those high impacts move. I want those straight bullish candlestick or those straight bearish candlestick, like that impulsive move is what I'm looking for at this particular moment, right? So right now we're going to go straight into the chart, and then I'm going to analyze for you guys, and then I'm going to take the trades live with you guys. I'm going to even give the signal with my group, and then you guys are going to see everything playing out, just what I explained to you guys, the technical and the fundamentals for this thing. And let's see how much we can make today. For now, as I explained in the previous video, we're just going to go on our 4-hour time frame, and I did tell you guys we want to look out for this particular zone over here. Let me just mark that zone. We want to look out for that liquidity zone, but you know that we're on an uptrend, right? And we want to go on a 30 minutes time frame, which is a lower time frame, because we want to just scalp this thing. We want to take note of what's happening in the market at that moment. You can see we have a range over there, right? We want to just mark it with our rectangle, our range. And what we're saying is the market has been up, down, up, down, up. It came back down, wanted to go up now, right? So currently in this US session that we are currently in, let me delete that. We are saying that the market has reached our point of interest. Like if we go on our 15-minute time frame, we can see that it is currently at our point of interest, the previous zone where it formed, right? You see, all the market was reacting at that zone. It shows that that is a point of interest, right? It failed to break that zone. So we want to mark that zone with our rectangle, right? So currently we're at a point of interest, and this is the reason I'm going to enter the trade right now. So as you can see, the trade is running over here. That is an absolute sniper entry that I have over there. So I'm saying that I want to put my long position over here, right? So it's obviously going to be a scalp, but I'm expecting it to push to the top, but it's obviously going to be a scalp. Swing trading will now have to hold to the top there. I'm just going to scalp it and leave, right? So it has moved a bit, right? It has moved a bit just after a few minutes. You can see that it is currently pushing up. That is a good sniper entry. You can see that the trade didn't even retrace. I was expecting it to retrace, but as you can see on our 5-minute time frame, it didn't even bother retracing, right? So we obviously closed the 5-minute with that bullish engulfing over there. That's a confirmation that the trade is good, right? So let me just make this a little clearer, right? Should be a little visible for you guys on 15 minutes. That's clear, but let's put it inside because we're not going to hold it for long, right? We want it to just be a short little trade. As you can see, it's already pushing up. I was really expecting it to play around, but it just shot up to the top without even playing around. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely, right? Oh yeah, you can see that it played around. It has approached a zone where it's going to kind of retrace. At that zone, I was expected to retrace, but on the Telegram channel, you know that in the inner circle, yes, I've already dropped the results and the trade. I did not give stop loss, obviously, on this because I'm currently actively monitoring the trade. So I'll tell them when to put the stop loss on break even and hold the trade further, right? But as you can see, it is already playing out, and we currently have $500. We have $300. I don't know what you want to call it, but then you can see that the trade has absolutely played out well. Okay guys, so this is after like a few minutes, and I'm already in a mentorship class. On our 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, you can see it has absolutely rejected that zone. So in the previous video, I said you should look out for this zone. If the market rejects that zone, you want to go in for buying positions because we are on an uptrend. That is what the fundamental is saying. So on our 30 minutes time frame, you see we have a whole 30-minute candle that just pushed up to the top like that. And at this point, I'm thinking of exiting this trade. Lovely. On our 5-minute time frame, it has been playing around and is failing to break this particular zone that it's on. And 15 minutes, look at it. It has been playing around at that zone and it's already a little too late, right? I don't think I can hold the trade. It's already 10:30 p.m. and we can't drag it. You can see it's already forming a build up over there. So we're just going to leave the trade now because that's a little drag now, right? It's late. We have to close the trades. So when you're using smaller time frames, you just want to go in and out of the market. You don't want to be staying in the market for so long. But for now, let me just close out this trade over here and we wait for tomorrow's entries, right? So that's about it. When we're talking about fundamental analysis versus technical analysis, you need to understand the fundamentals, understand what is moving the market and why the market is moving at certain times. And at the end of the day, you can use both of them. But then what I'm saying is you still need to understand the fundamentals before you just put in the technicals. Yes, the technicals are very important. Price action, the trend lines and all that is absolutely important. But by itself, it absolutely does not work. That's why you always need the fundamentals, right? But if you did enjoy that video, you already know what's up. Don't forget, hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? With that, it's been Tino, and I'm out. Peace.